Yeah, hi Damon. Ted Johnson here with Marketing for Guides. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to show you a simulation of the work that we do. As I mentioned to you over the phone, we've been developing out mobile applications for guides and lodges now for a couple of years and have been fairly successful in providing many different guides and lodges throughout the Northwest and into Alaska, mobile applications that help them continue to fill their boat or their lodge. As I mentioned to you over the phone, the difference between a mobile application and, let's say, a website is that on a website, when you have a visitor, you are hoping and praying that you're giving them enough good information and getting enough interest from them so that they're going to call you or maybe fill out a contact form. But let's be honest, most people that go to websites aren't going to call you and are not going to fill out a contact form. They're there for information. And they're thinking, well, I'll get back to this person, and they never do. And so in most cases, if a website has a 3 to 5% conversion ratio, that's very high, meaning that 3 to 5% of the people that hit a website will call you or fill out a contact form. A custom mobile app is entirely different. If someone downloads that custom mobile application on their mobile device, no matter if they give you their name and telephone number and email or what have you, you have the right then or the ability to reach out to that person and start a conversation, i.e. marketing to them. And so it's really just kind of turning those tables where instead of only getting a 3 to 5% response rate, so it's turning those tables, and instead of only being able to market then and keep in contact with maybe 3 to 5% of the people that visit your website, you can have communication and market to 100% of the people that download the mobile application. And it's just absolutely amazing what people can do with these if the mobile application is set up right. We've designed ours so that people want to keep it on their phone, and you'll see why here in a second. We kind of make it a tool for fishermen that they can use not only for being in contact with you, but helping them in their in their yearly fishing adventures that they go out. Whether it's a fish identifier system, a fish weight calculator, there's lots of things that we put in here that give people the reason to keep your application on their phone. So in this case, I have an application that I've got 5 pictures that we pulled off your website scrolling through. These pictures can be edited and they can be changed either by us or by you on a periodic basis, depending on the season. Maybe you picked up some better photos. It's very easy to go in and change out these sliders. Now, again, I've used your name down here, but we can put in the graphics or logos for people. There's a lot of things that we can do to pretty this up, if you may, make it a very nice tool for people to use. So on the screen we have a call us button and a share button. These are called hot buttons. The call us button is pretty self-explanatory. If somebody touches that, it automatically then will dial you from the phone, and then you can have a conversation with those people about maybe a trip that they want to book, or maybe they have some questions about your services and what kind of fish that you can fish for, that sort of thing. The Share Us button is really pretty cool. It's a hot button also. You click on that and it brings up all of the different social media that people might have on their phone, such as Facebook or LinkedIn, Twitter, Google Plus, and there's a couple others also. So if they want to share your application, let's say on their Facebook newsfeed, all they have to do is hit the share button and then click the Facebook button that comes up, and then a nice little message is automatically placed on their newsfeed saying, hey, I just downloaded Nomad's Fishing Adventures application. You might want to take a look at this, and it'll put in a link there then that people can then go in and download the application. Across the bottom, we have more functionality, such as here we have a book a trip function. And this is a form that we custom design out for you. Looks like I've got Grant's form on here right now. We can put in people's name, their phone number, their email address, what they want to fish for, where do you want to fish, what river system, or out in the ocean. It looks like you fish a little bit of the salt from your website. How do you want to fish? Grant wanted to put that in there. You know, do you want to back bounce or bobber fish or whatever else? And again, this form is all customized out based on what you're wanting from people to fill out. Once they hit the submit button down below, there's a comment section they can kind of freeform type down there also. Then this information is not only emailed to you, but it's text messaged to you also. So you can get back in touch with people in a very prompt manner. Some people have even wanted us to tie that into a PayPal account where they can get a deposit right off of the mobile device also, and we've done that. We have a photo section. This is kind of a gallery. We can have one gallery, or we can have really as many different galleries as what we want. This is what they call a cover flow functionality. And so I can select my photo and then click on it, and it brings up a larger rendition of that. And I'll go back here. Again, if I wanted to have multiple galleries, I could do that. I could have a gallery for sturgeon and a gallery for salmon, and for rockfish, whatever the galleries that you want to put in. You can put in as many different photos as you want. We set all of these up for you. People that have gone ahead with the application just give us their photos, and we set up these galleries for them. We have down here a Meet Me function. The Meet Me function is actually pretty cool. We tie it into the GPS system within the phone, and what you do is you will give us the places that you will meet people, and then we will find the GPS coordinates and put that information into the device. And so, for instance, in this case, I've got 3 different categories. I've got the coast, I've got the Siletz River, and I've got the Santiam system. And so if I'm looking at this particular place, I can click on it. It'll bring up, this is the Nestucca guardrail. A photo will come up here. And then if you click on it again, then I can come down here and I can click on the directions, and I can get a turn-by-turn directions to the Nestucca guardrail from anywhere I'm at. So again, that helps you in making sure that people are going to meet you at the right place. When you set up a trip with them, say, hey, if you've got your app on our app on your phone, just simply go there and then click on the button that says Nestucca guardrail, and it'll give you turn-by-turn directions on how to get there, so you're not wondering where in the heck they are and they're 2 miles down the river or something like that. We have a submit a photo button. The submit a photo is really kind of neat. How many times have you been fishing with someone and they get a better picture of a fish than you do? And you go, gosh, I'd love to have that for my website or my mobile device. And they say, yeah, we'll send you it, and you never get it. Well, if they have the app on their phone and they've taken the picture with their phone, then they can come here. They can select the photos. They'll camera roll out here. They just simply select the photos and then hit submit, and those photos are automatically then emailed to you. They're not automatically posted on the application because you probably don't want that. Some people get a little bit aggressive with their photos, and although the photos may be kind of funny, you may not want them to market your business with on your mobile device, if that makes sense. Down here also I have a More button. It'll take us to more functionality. I have, in this case, I have fishing seasons, and this just tells people when the runs are and when you'll be fishing for those types of or species of fish. And we custom design this out for you specifically. We have a rates button where we can go in and we can look at the different rates that you would charge for different types of trips. Fishing reports, this is really pretty neat. This is this push messaging technology that we build into the application that will send a message out to anybody that's downloaded the app on their phone. And so let's say that you have a couple free days next week, next Thursday and Friday, and you know the Kings are running at buoy 10. You can say, I have 4 seats available at buoy 10 on Thursday and Friday. The Kings are coming in strong. Give me a call. And when that message goes out, no matter what people are doing on their phone, they may be looking at their text messaging, they may be looking at their contact list, they may be looking at a different application. A message that you put in will come right over the top of what they're doing, and it will then tell them about this event or this opportunity that you have for them. And so when we say we get 100% readership of these messages, it truly is true, because no matter what people are doing on the phone, they'll see your message come through. We have a fish identifier system. This one is fairly simplistic. We put in Chinook salmon, coho salmon, and steelhead. Again, remember, we are making this as a tool for people to use not only while they're with you on the boat, but while they're fishing on their own. So they get this fish to the bank, and it's all chrome, and they're going, gosh, is this a coho or is this a Chinook? I don't know. They can come to their fish identifier, and they can click on the Chinook salmon. We have all the different types of salmon in the state: coho, silver, chum salmon. We have shad. We have steelhead. We have all of the freshwater fish. If you do any fishing down south for the smallies, we've got that. We've got kokanee. We've got a huge database of rockfish, probably 200 different species of rockfish that we can put in here also. And so it's just a very good tool that people then can use on a day-to-day basis to help them in their other ventures out there. We have the Oregon fishing regulations. It's all up to date. Those are tied in to the Department of Fish and Wildlife. They're in PDF format. So as those are updated, they're updated automatically on your phone. It's a great tool to talk about with people. How would you like to have the most current synopsis always on your phone? Well, download my app and you'll have it. What our clients say is a testimonial system, and that's tied directly into Facebook. They can come in here and give you a recommendation or a good testimony, and that will automatically then go on their Facebook page. And then we have a fish weight calculator, and this is really pretty cool. You can put in the length of the fish and the girth of the fish. This works on the salmonoids and trout and shad and that sort of thing. And hit this button, it'll automatically calculate out a very close estimation of the weight of the fish. So if you're in a catch and release situation and you don't want to bring the fish out of the water, just measure them, and it'll give you an idea of the weight of that fish based on the length and the girth. You can then take a photo of that fish and put in an email address. That email address might be your own. It might be a fishing buddy's if you want to brag. And then all of this information, the length, the girth, the weight, the photo, and the GPS location of where you took the photo, which is theoretically where you caught the fish, is automatically sent to you or to your fishing buddy if you wanted to brag. Again, it's really pretty cool the way that works. We've got lots of other types of functionality that we can build into this. We have fish recipes. We can put in other types of information, such as a halibut weight chart or a sturgeon weight chart. Again, there's just a myriad of things that we can build out for people. So anyway, that's the overview of the application. When a guide or a lodge have us do one, there is no cost to people to download the app, and as many people as you want can download that application. Whether you have 500 or 5,000 or 50,000, it really doesn't matter. The push messages that go out, there is no charge other than the setup fee and the annual cost of maintaining the application. So we're not charging you 10 cents or 5 cents per push message going out. You can send out as many of those as you want to advertise and to promote your business, and it's all included. So anyway, I suggest you watch the next video, which talks a lot about why mobile is important, and it gets into a little bit more detail, and it gives you then another full demonstration of an application that we built out for a lodge in Southeast Alaska. Thanks again, Damon.